All right. So first I'll tell you how I come to know about you.
Okay, yes, I'm so uh, curious to know about it. That how did you get to know about me?
Sure. So I wanted to join English Yari, and I I subscribed for 16 sessions. So I was looking to join a session with Amol or Anmol. I don't know his name. He's a doctor.
Dr. Amal, I think.
So I searched that on YouTube. So when I searched that on YouTube, the first video that came on top was yours. So I watched your video. Then I got to know about you.
Uh,
So then I searched your channel on YouTube. Then I watched one of your video. Then I messaged you on that YouTube video. Then that's how we got connected.
nice to know about it. That how
And
could you connect with me? So, Divesh, tell me something about you because I couldn't have much of the information regarding you. I was actually so much busy with other stuff. Initially, I was normally whenever I have the sessions, I try to get to know whatever is possible about the person with whom I used to take my sessions. But in your case, I couldn't do that. I was badly busy, spammed with so much of the stuff at my end. Just let me know. Uh, what do you do? You work in BPO?
BPO, yeah. So before I introduce myself, I just wanted to know how you will come to know without knowing the person. Like, do you ask people what they do on email before joining the session?
No. If the people they are running their own YouTube channels, then I do the surfing because definitely if somebody gets connected with me, the person tells me in advance that I am so and so and I run this YouTube channel. So then it's very easier for me to just land on that channel and go through some of the videos so that I must have some preliminary information about that person. And I
Correct.
think you didn't give me any that sort of information that you are, what is the name of your channel kind of thing. I couldn't get anything, uh, get to know about you.
All right.
I
So
simply know this thing that you had so many hurdles in setting up the timings with me because you are, I'm available in the evenings only, but for you it is difficult to take your sessions in the evening. And per chance today I could manage this way at this time.
yeah, thank you so much for taking out time to connect with me, man.
Okay.
So yeah,
So,
I'll introduce myself. So I'm a recent graduate. I'm a 24 years old. I should have completed my graduation back in 2019, but I quit my graduation because that time I didn't know English. Uh, I didn't even know that he was used for a boy, she was used for a girl. I was that weak, and I started learning from scratch. All right, and I have overall 4 years of experience. I currently am working in a BPO, and before that, so I have 2 years of uh, 1 year of BPO experience and 2 years of graphic. So I worked as a graphic designer for 2 years. So I started my career as a graphic designer. Then I shifted to BPO.
hmm. And what kind of job you do in BPO or as BPO? In
Yeah, so
BPO,
in
what is
BPO, so it's basically a call center. All BPOs are call centers. So there are two types of process. One is voice process, and another one is non-voice. Non-voice as in you chat or email.
okay?
So I'm in voice process. So I'll tell you about my process. So what we do is, so we work for insurance company. We work for US, and we work for insurance company over there. So we make calls to bank and take the payoff. So I'll explain you in simple terms. Let's say you buy a car from an HDFC bank here. You take a loan from HDFC bank, okay, and you haven't made the payment of the loan. You 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 bought a car, then you have an insurance for that car, and your car meets with an accident, okay, and so what insurance company will do? they will not pay you because you don't owe the car. The bank owes the car. The bank owns the car because they have paid for the car. You have taken that car on loan. So what insurance company will do? They will call your bank and they will take the payoff amount, as in how much you owe to the bank. Okay. So let's say you owe to the bank for 50,000 and the insurance company is gonna pay 60,000. Okay. So what insurance company will do? Insurance company will pay the bank 50,000 and the rest 10,000 will be paid to you. And in other scenario, let's say insurance company gives you 50,000 and you owe to bank 40,000. Then in this case, insurance company will pay 40,000 to the bank and rest 10,000 will be paid by you. And once the insurance company makes the payment, as you don't own the car because you have taken that car on loan, the insurance company will ask for the title. As in here, it's called RC book. They'll ask for the title to be transferred to the insurance company name, to that insurance company name. So that's how we work. I hope I was able to explain the process to you.
Yeah, to some extent, I could make it out what kind of job you people do.
Okay.
Ultimately, all are profit-making companies, this way or that way.
Correct.
Yeah. And Divesh, you told me that just a couple of years back, like 3 years back, you couldn't make out where to use he and where to use she. So that way, don't you think you have come so far? Maybe it's the role of your this calling center kind of job. It played a very important role that you could hone your communication skills.
So that's now how I learned English. So I joined English classes initially. So to be honest, they are not as much effective because they only teach grammar, and it's like they want money. Once they receive money, they will teach you grammar, and they don't care about you whether you learn or not. It's like that. It's not about only English classes. It's about you take any
Similar
college,
scenario, yeah.
any college, any university. You take, it's like that only. They receive the fees from the student, and they don't care whether student learns or not. It's like that. So I started. I joined English classes. I learned grammar over there. I made a friend over there. She taught me English. So we would talk over the phone daily. She would take time out of her schedule and she would speak with me daily. So that's how I learned English. At one point of time, I had to discontinue this session with her because I was like, I didn't have topic to speak daily with her. So I was like, I was not that confident with her. So I stopped talking with her after 2 months. But she helped me a lot. I would message her. She would help me with grammar and all. And when I was working as a graphic designer, there was a lady who was a trainer that time. So I approached her. I asked her to have a conversation with me for 15 to 20 minutes. So I would do conversation for 15 to 20 minutes daily with her. I would ask questions related to grammar, whatever questions I had that time. And now she has gone to become an assistant manager today. And we are not in touch. We are only like colleagues that time. And then I joined BPO. So so it's my third BPO where I'm working. So I worked in a BPO for 6 months first. Then I joined another BPO. There I worked for 8 months. Then here I'm working. It's been 3 months, and I'm on notice period. And 30th June is my last day of my current BPO.
Yeah, we find good people in our life. They come in our life as good Samaritans and they come forward to help us. So there are
Correct.
good people around us also. That
But
is a good beauty of life.
There are very few people who want us to grow. There are very few people who like help people to grow. Very few. Otherwise,
Exactly,
no one wants other to grow.
Yes,
They only
yes,
want
yes.
them to grow.
Yeah, they won't let know or tell anything about their own success. They never disclose their success stories with you people, or they never would let to know about the key factors. So
100%.
yeah, I understand. I fully agree with you. I would go eye to eye so far as this kind of scenario is concerned. Yeah, people are like this only. Yes. So
So
Divesh,
now I've
what
introduced
next?
myself. I
Okay.
would like you to tell me a story. How did you start learning English, and from how long you have been learning English? I want to know about that as well.
Actually, I started my journey in October and last November, you may say. I started my journey from Clapingo sessions, taking Clapingo sessions. By chance, I stumbled upon one of the videos where I noticed that there are some these kinds of options available online where people talk to the experts. So initially, I was hesitant, like it happens with every second person, that it becomes difficult for you to make these kinds of decisions because we never give importance to our own growth, especially
Correct.
the ladies. I think majority of the time, this rule applies to everybody that we don't consider it that this is a part, this is important component of our growth also, right? But somehow then it's been about 7 months now that I started my journey 7 months back. Initially, the problem with me was that I was not at all in flow in the sense because I was not at all confident. Everybody, we all know English to some extent. It's not a kind of thing that we don't know English because we all have passed through some of the classes or the schooling we have passed through, and we know we are familiar with the language. But the problem with the majority of us is that we can't do it on the fly. I think it is the problem with every second person. So important thing to go on these kind of platforms or the way like we are chatting, chit chatting at this very moment is that whenever we talk to each other on a lighter note without any stress, I think at that time we can give our best. And this is the thing which is actually needed to break our hesitancy to get into flow. Once you get into flow, once you get tuned to it, then vocabulary or fancy words you use is not a big issue. That you learn with practice with the time. Because every language you talk about, or if we talk about English language, it is constantly evolving language. So the way the language evolves, similarly we evolve by learning new words every day. So important thing at the beginning of any journey that you shouldn't be hesitant, you should be stress free. Only then you can come up with the good results. So that way my situation has become a bit better, that now whenever I start conversation with anybody or everybody, though I every time
Hello.
hello, sorry, there was a call in between. The number of times this thing happens.
That's fine.
Yeah. So I was just talking about the fluency or the flow kind of thing. So this thing I could improve in these 6 7 months. So that change see in myself.
All right.
I
So
feel there are miles to grow.
good to know about your story. So I must appreciate your efforts, you putting, you taking these sessions with different people, providing a platform to people to communicate in English, because you are doing a noble work, I believe, because you are helping people to learn as well as you are helping yourself to grow. And I believe the more you talk, the better you become. It's not about speaking correct English; it's about just speaking English.
Yes, yes,
I believe.
yes. I do. I'm a strong believer of it. That is the thing which I just narrated to you. That for me or for anybody who is the beginner, I think the important thing is first of all you come in the flow. You break your hesitancy and you start talking to the person on the other side without stress. So this is the main purpose. So whenever I book my sessions with anybody, whether they are the expert tutors or anybody like you, I think this is a kind of mutual growth. I'm not doing anything, any sort of favor to you. I am doing that favor for myself also, because this is the way compulsory kind of sparing our time for ourselves. Otherwise, again, I was telling you that we never think of this way, that we are to grow this way by doing something for our own. Similarly, in the whole day, whatever you do, it's very difficult for you to come up with 10 or 50 minutes for yourself. And this is a compulsory kind of setting, and that way it's not, I'm not doing any favor to anybody. It is kind of doing favor to myself.
Correct. I
And of
agree.
course, I have come across some of the people during these sessions who very frankly they say that they can't go for the paid sessions. They are expensive. Of course, they are expensive. And I think this is a good thing. Actually, initially, I didn't know that these kinds of platforms in the sense people talk to the strangers also. But the moment I got to know, I took it like, it's a dream come true kind of thing. This way, I am doubly benefited in the sense that, of course, I get the opportunity to talk to somebody, and that way I forget about anything, any stress at the back of my mind, and this it brings a sort of flow in my conversation with every passing or with every coming this chit chat kind of conversation. And another upside of this kind of conversation is that I have never been to Maharashtra, to Bombay. You are from Bombay?
Yes,
Right?
I am from.
So whenever, like I'm having a session with somebody who is from Bangladesh, I'm having session with somebody who is from Pakistan, I'm having a session with somebody who is from Karnataka, and I'm sitting here in Punjab only. So that way I enjoyed that thing a lot. Like Devesh, I start imagining as for those 15, 20 minutes I have reached there, I start feeling that thing inside me. So that is the good side of this kind of sessions, I feel,
That's.
in my case.
I can understand. That's a good feeling. And I just wanted to know, am I the first person who is talking with you from Mumbai? Or
Yeah,
correct?
from Mumbai. You are the first person. Yes.
First person. And
Yeah, I have talked so many from MP, Gujarat, and one buddy from. Now in the evening, I'm going to have one more session with some girl from Pakistan, then someone from Bangladesh, then 2, 3 persons from Karnataka, that's south side. So this way. And yesterday I had a talk with somebody from Delhi, but you are the first person to whom I'm conversing who resides in Mumbai. Am I audible? I couldn't see you for couldn't have your glimpse for a short while.
just a moment.
You also got a call?
Yeah, I got a call. Am I audible now?
Yeah, you're
I
right.
can't see you.
Okay, just wait
Now
for
I
a
can.
minute.
I can see.
Okay.
Yeah, now I can see you and hear you.
So, Devesh, now let me know what are your future goals? Because you said on 30th of this month, your this period is getting expired. What about the way you take? And what next?
What next is like I'll join another BPO and I'll work over there for 2 3 months because there is a friend of my father who works in Reliance and he said to my father he'll take me.
Yes, yes. Okay. So you are going to join leaving one BPO, then joining another. But what is your ultimate goal in life? Because we have already exceeded 20 minutes. What is your ultimate goal in life?
Goal is to like I don't have any goal to be honest. Like I'm gonna get job in Reliance soon, so I'm just waiting for that opportunity. Then I'll think about what next to be done to be able to grow in that industry.
This is a good thing. Normally, we say that every youth should have a goal. I too am a strong believer. We should set the goals and try to make all the efforts to achieve that goal. But now, listening to your story that you don't have any long-term goal at the moment, I feel this is a better thing. You don't have any stress to do anything extra. You are just taking the life the way it is coming your way.
Correct. That's what I believe in, and I believe in short-term goal, not long-term goal, because you don't know
Nice.
about the future.
Yeah, this is a good thing. You are the first person, and yeah, you have literally, given me something different, some different kind of. You have changed my perspective to some extent. Otherwise,
Have
I
I?
used to say you set your goals. Of course, I always say you set your goal and try to and put in all the efforts. Once you achieve that goal, then better you set another goal. Maybe I'm that kind of person, but at the and parallel to this, there are the people who not at all they believe in setting up any goal. They just go with the flow. I
go
think
with that.
in their way, they are also leading a very peaceful, calm life. They're more satisfied, I think.
The
Stress-free
reason
life
I
they live.
don't, the reason I don't believe in long-term goals because you don't know about future, what's gonna happen. That's why I believe in short-term goals. So as in my short-term goal is to improve English, to be able to speak, communicate with people in English. That's my short-term goal because I know that's the only thing you need to achieve in life, and you will be able to grow in life. Because I come from commerce background, so you you don't have that creativity in you, or you don't have that skill. Because one had I been from engineering background or IT background, then your job is not uh, your job is not only that your job is not only depend on English, but it's about your skills.
Hmm.
When I
Yes.
was a when I was a graphic designer, I hope I'm not taking too much of your time.
Yeah, actually, I somebody is waiting for me, and they are just,
All right,
wanting that. Uh, but
no,
anyhow, it was really lovely talking to you, Divesh, and you have changed my perspective regarding setting up of the goals. And so far as your communication is concerned, you deserve appreciation, because if just a couple of years back you couldn't make out the difference between he and she, that way I believe you have come so far, and you conversed very well, better than many, because I used to have the sessions with different people, and including myself. At a number of times, I might have fumbled. Definitely, I do that thing. I know what are my weaknesses, but you converse very well.
thank you, ma'am.
And yeah,
To you,
really nice talking to you.
thank you, ma'am, and I hope to connect with you again.
Sure, definitely. Whenever it would be possible for me, maybe some adjustment would have been needed to be made. But definitely, I would love to have a chat with you in some other coming session, and to know
Sure,
more about you, to know about your new job also.
sure, ma'am. Sure, I'll definitely love to connect with you again, and hopefully we will connect again in the weekends only because I don't have time in weekdays. So since uh, we are there on Skype, so we can chat over Skype. It's easier to compare on Skype as compared to email.
Yeah, yes. Or yeah, we will fix up the time this way only by leaving the messages on the Skype.
Skype.
Yeah. So, and definitely we would try to connect with you each other soon.
All right, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.